Hello everyone, welcome back to Far and Away. So, last time we had quite the battle against the Griffith. We did some mining, and then we did some more mining. After we did that, we had a rest. And then we went to the entrance where...
You hear a sound from outside.
And David
Somewhere out
returns
in the dark.
back inside.
Did everyone hear that?
Yeah? Could you ask Edgar what it was, if he's still out there?
Let's get back inside, get around the corner. Is anything actually approaching the cave, Pete?
You don't see any movement approaching at the moment.
Okay, Brandon is going to move to about here, and he essentially needs to dismiss Edgar, which doesn't have a maximum range. And then he will re-summon Edgar next to him.
You concentrate for a moment, and a little raven appears next to you, jumping around. Die, die! Squish, squish!
Hi, Edgar.
She's kind of feathers. Hello.
Having fun, I take it?
I was having a very quaint time.
Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed yourself. Did you see anything interesting out there?
No?
Or rather, we require assistance. There is something, I think, quite large outside. Could you please fly around the area and see if you can spot anything noteworthy, and then come back in here?
Yes, certainly.
Okay, thank you, Edgar.
Did he have dark vision?
He does not have dark vision, so...
I
Well,
can
just
cast light on a pebble and then, and in the pebble.
Okay, and with that, he shoots off, a light darting down.
Just to say, Brandon is going to look through Edgar's senses as he flies around.
As he does so, he passes a large figure hunched over the bodies of the bats you killed earlier. As it passes, the head of the large bat looks up towards Edgar, and then down towards into the cave.
Guys, get around the corner. And he puts out his hand for whoever's next to him to guide him, since he can't currently see.
At this moment, you also hear, guys, does any one of you also have a light? Because I also cannot see.
Drew walks over to grab both of their hands. Do you want to go further into the cave?
Guys, run now. Any direction, John. Okay, which way do we go?
And I go for this way.
Brandon also will dismiss Edgar.
Or what did Edgar see?
Giant bat creature. It was looking into the cave. It was about as big as a wyvern. We do not want to screw with that right now. Let's keep moving.
She's proper running.
Yes,
Okay.
I on myself. We don't want to fight.
I would say that if we're going to fight it, we probably want to get the drop on it rather than the other way around.
Hear movements in the open ceiling.
Guys, back the other way. Get into the corridor.
Don't you want to go to the other overview?
Let's wait a minute. It would probably be harder for it
It's
to...
impossible.
But his movement would be restricted. How high is the ceiling in this part of the cave?
10 to 15 foot, roughly. Hear stones skitter and fall into the open area. You
There
don't
was-
hear any large movement though beyond the stones.
Okay, Brandon is going to move to about here and he's just going to whisper to John. John, let's try to get to the other ovary quietly.
He passes down the message.
Everyone give me a stealth check.
Hopefully we've done well enough to bring up Fluffy's average.
Make it to the other side. Sequester down amongst the bodies and rubble.
Between when we were in the other corridor and here, have we heard any more sounds?
Roll me a perception check to see if you did.
9.
You didn't.
Can you sense any more Griffith, or is it quiet?
Nothing new.
Right, we could try to fight that thing, although if we can avoid it, I would prefer to.
I think we killed its children.
Yeah, the birds, you mean?
I mean, it is night time, it might just be hunting at this time. Guessing it's nocturnal.
I guess we can start making a little campfire.
Or smoke, though, will be bad in the cave.
TM,
Yes.
the roof of this cave, this cavern, is it slanted? Like, is this part lower than this part?
It's not really sloping down, roughly staying level to slightly raised.
But it's still 15 foot, 10 feet high.
Yeah, still roughly about the same. Whereas here it go up to about 20 feet.
I think that would be fine. Since the smoke would rise and then also go out of the cave.
We will notice when we get monoxide poisoning.
Dioxide
I guess.
poisoning.
Oh, talking about poison, I take the jar out of my bag and place it next to me on the ground.
The frog ribbits, just chilling.
David starts creating a little wall over there with mulberries.
Brandon is going to take out his bag of tricks again, and he's going to say, I have 2 more of these. Would you like me to summon another 2 creatures, just in case something tries to attack us?
Do you know what you're gonna summon? No, right?
Okay, so obviously I've got an axe beak. So the other options are a jackal, an ape, a baboon, a black bear, giant weasel, giant hyena, or a tiger. Some of these are going to be more useful than others. I don't know what I'm going to get. But given that these last until dawn, I don't see any harm in at least trying. They could help us out if we get attacked unexpectedly. Brandon is going to throw out another 2 balls from his bag of tricks in.
Roll your dice.
A 7 and a 5. 5 is a black bear, and 7 is a giant hyena.
They both poof into being.
It's kind of funny that the black bear is the smallest of these creatures. Brandon is going to order all 3 of these creatures over here. And he's going to give a standing order to all 3 of them to attack the first target that isn't any of us that they see. Because he's friendly to everyone, so...
David, could you move out of the way? I found my sleeping spot. I'm gonna sleep between these. It's nice and warm and soft. It reminds me of Splinter.
Yes, Mother. Surround yourself with an army.
How does Luna react to the fucking giant animals popping into existence?
She trots over towards the bear, sits beside it, just tongue, tail wagging. The bear just looks at her. After a minute, it gives her a little stroke.
Can you pull more things out of your bag?
Only these 3 for now, John. 3 per day.
David will start setting up the campfire.
You get a little
Right.
fire going, get a bit of heat into the cold cave around you.
DM,
Yes.
if I remember correctly, I did put all the critics in the Hunter's Grimoire, right?
Other 2 you didn't actually put in the grimoire yet. You collected samples for them.
Right. What I want to know, were they edible?
Not really, no. They don't really have much meat as you would typically see it. It's all chitin and squiggly innards. It's not very digestible.
People still eat scorpions, Martinez. You can give it a try.
Do you want to give it a try, June?
Do you know a way of cooking them to make them crispy instead of just hard?
I don't know, I can just put it next to the fire and see if you want to give it a bite. It's
Bad,
innards
please.
and it's chitin. Little meat. I'm gonna cook some actual food if you don't mind.
I thought you didn't have any food with you, that's why we were discussing this.
Just to ask, by the way, when we were finished, like our last downtime, it was 10 o'clock. That was just before we started exiting the cave. So what time will it be when?
With making the campfire and the wall and everything.
Should we say 30 minutes?
Is that including or excluding the cooking?
Excluding.
Okay.
Now I start cooking.
What fabulous meal are you preparing, everybody?
Probably a soup.
Do you have a cauldron?
I have my entire cooking supply with me in that back folding.
Prepared. Do you have enough water?
Do you have Wand of Create and Destroy Water with us, I
I
think?
do have the one to create and to throw water. So I would assume I have 60 gallons. I think that's enough.
Yeah, but that's a lot of water.
But not all at once. It's, let me check that once. You create up to 10 gallon of clean water within range.
Up
in
to-
the open
okay,
container.
up to.
Yeah, it's fine. Right, so you proceed to prepare your soup. So, what you're saying, half an hour preparation of soup. Also, there's also a random leg crisping by the fire.
Give it to Kara to check it out.
I was going to give it to you.
Okay, yeah, Kara eats anything. No offense, Kara.
Alright, I like stuff.
So, I'm gonna spend a half hour reading Detective Dog for these animals. And also show them pictures on my phone. I show them pictures of the other dogs. Tell them they're friends too, and I show them pictures of Chatsu and Shannon. I don't know. I will tell them the entire story of Far Away up to this point.
Roll me animal handling. Yep. You actually do capture their attention. They do look and watch and nod along occasionally, seeming to understand a little bit more than you would think they probably would. They seem with particular interest going over the swarms of rats. You see one of them drew a little bit in the last world. When you go across the fuzzy bumbles, the bear in particular perks up at them and looks sad when you go past that point.
Do we have any honey with it? Do I have honey with me? I don't have any honey with. I have berry. I give the black bear berries. Black bears love fruit.
The black bear accepts your berries, munches them.
I hold the berries out for the XP.
And the XP takes a couple.
Okay, that's my half hour.
With that half an hour, Brandon is going to start studying haste.
Okay, you have an hour into haste.
Yeah.
Food is then served. Assume you gather around, ladle up and eat.
Yeah.
And then what? After you've consumed your soups.
Eating takes about half an hour again.
Soups, say 15 minutes.
Right.
So, who will be on watch?
I can start if you like.
You figure out how you four would like to fill up 4 hours, and I can take the remaining watch.
Well, I want to go to sleep. Not sure about the others.
Yeah, I'll do the first watch. Yeah, you get some rest, Dave.
Alright.
Are you gonna do the whole 4 hours for your own?
Brandon will turn to Moira, Kara, and just say, does anyone want to pitch in with the watch, or do you both want to get some rest? I don't mind doing the 4 hours myself.
I can do it a couple hours if you like.
Okay, thanks, sweetheart.
Gives you a peck on the cheek.
Yeah, you get some sleep for a couple of hours, love. I'll wake up in 2, okay?
Shrugs abashed. You saying I need breezy sleep?
You don't need to be any more beautiful than you are. You're more gorgeous every day, sweetheart.
Too right. With that, she'll settle down, finding a nice little lump on the ground, use a backpack as a pillow.
And Brandon will do 2 hours on watch.
Okay. So, roll me perception for those 2 hours, and what are you doing with those 2 hours?
He's going to continue studying haste. And now roll the perception. 11.
Your watch passes, and you don't really notice anything of note.
Okay. Brandon will then wake up Moira.
Alrighty.
Yeah, it's time.
She sits up. You see there was a dagger clutched in her hand. Sorry. Reflex.
It's okay, we're in a pretty dangerous place right now.
Yeah, waking me up's always dangerous.
I live for danger though, as you know.
As she looks at you, she wiggles her eyebrows. Get to sleep, danger boy.
You curl up next to him when you're done, alright? And he goes to sleep.
Okay. Roll me a perception. She doesn't notice anything of note.
Okay.
At which point, she will go over to Jun, look at the forms of the beasts beside her, give them all a nod, then repeatedly poke Jun in the side.
I would have tried to actually go to Eldet during those 4 hours.
Oh yeah, you did say you were going to it.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
So, we'll take a pause, and let's zoom over to you going to Eldith.
so I go to
So-
Eldet.
You settle down, relax, meditate, and let go, and you feel grass beneath you. You hear the soft trickle of water.
Well, I stay seated like I am, cross-legged, and focus on Eldet. See if I can pinpoint her.
Roll me through religion. You sit there, closed eyes, cross-legged, trying to reach out, but you don't feel anything different than you normally would. Just calm waters, gentle grass, very faint breeze, scuttling occasionally.
And then I will just walk along the stream, see if it leads me somewhere.
You begin walking along the stream's edge, following as it bends and flows, glade to glade, swampy areas, and eventually into a large clearing where it seems to join a lake. The lake stretches out across the horizon, water's calm, but you see blackened trees on the far banks.
I do make my way over to them to inspect them from up close.
It takes a while, but you eventually reach the trees seem to be dead. Not burnt, but seem as if everything has been drained out of them, to the point where they're starting to fall apart, even in a gentle breeze. It's not just a handful of trees. As you reach them, you see it starts to stretch out behind them. And amongst the trees, you see the scuttling of small centipedes.
Can I go into the forested bit of these trees to see how far it goes, how much there is?
You can. How far in are you wanting to go?
Till I find something that's different from anything I've seen so far.
You start walking into these desiccated trees. You hear the crunch underfoot of dead, dying leaves, grass. The ground starts to turn from healthy earth-like to a dusty grey. You keep walking and walking, and eventually you do come across something different. There's a figure sat on the ground. It's back to you, roughly the same height as you.
Hello?
You don't get a response.
Okay, I will approach them, walk around to see.
You walk around and you see the flesh has started to petrify. Their eyes are gone, but they're sat in a meditation pose. They're not moving.
Would I say it's the same effect as when I used this Staff of Withering?
You could say it was similar, yeah.
What caused him to be like this? Or the area, actually.
What bit do you want to focus on?
Figure out how natural his decay. So medicine, maybe?
Go ahead then. You look over the body, but you honestly don't even know where to start on what's gone wrong. But you do notice there is an impression in the chest, where it seems like some of the body has given way.
Does it remind her of the statues people make of the Buddha when he stopped eating and meditated under the tree?
I suppose in a way, yes.
But is it giving her the same vibes?
Roll me, maybe an insight. You look over them and you see what might have been signs of pain in the way the face is frozen.
Oh.
There was no serenity to them in the end.
How much skittering is there around these places?
There's a fair bit. And as you're looking over, you see something crawling around in one of the eye sockets. John, you shouldn't
yeah.
be here.